Welcome to a chilling narrative of shattered dreams and unimaginable horror. Today, we delve into the haunting story of the SIESTA Motel murders, where an immigrant couple's pursuit of the American dream took a nightmarish turn. My name's Luke Schlauder. I visited this property 2 or 3 times between its abandonment and subsequent demolition, and together we'll unravel the unsettling details of this tragedy. Sume Kao and her husband Ching Kao, both in their 70s, had lived an admirable life, marked by their relentless dedication to each other. Their journey, which spanned 45 years, tragically came to a gruesome end. The setting for this heart-wrenching tale was the SIESTA Motel in Irondale, Alabama, a place that was meant to be their haven, their American dream. The Kao couple's fate took a harrowing turn on that fateful Sunday, September 16, 2018. Their lives were brutally taken within the confines of their beloved motel. More than a week passed and their decomposed remains were discovered in a remote, desolate area near Leeds, far from the sanctuary they had called home.
Now, the man suspected of killing Ching and Sume Kao was maintenance worker Stephen Mulkey. He was arrested in Virginia yesterday. Investigators say they went there today and Mulkey gave them information that led to the discovery of the bodies. Now, authorities say surveillance video shows Mulkey entering the SIESTA Motel, attacking the couple, and robbing the business. Officials found the victim's car at the Econo Lodge a few blocks away where Mulkey had been staying. Now, again, police say that the coroner will have to positively identify the victims discovered today, but police believe they are that missing couple.
The chilling truth is, there's no dispute regarding the identity of the perpetrator. Stephen Richard Mulkey, the motel's handyman, carried out this heinous act, leaving behind a trail of evidence that would haunt the courtroom. The entire horror, spanning approximately 15 agonizing minutes, was captured in chilling detail by the motel's surveillance cameras. Around a week after the attack, Mulkey was taken into custody by the U.S. Marshals in Virginia. But here's where the tale takes a twist. What remained to be determined in the courtroom was whether Mulkey was cognizant of the gravity of his actions at that dreadful moment. The 32-year-old suspect has pled not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect to the 3 counts of capital murder lodged against him. Prosecutors, however, are seeking the ultimate penalty, death. As the legal battle unfolds, we witness a clash of narratives. On one side, prosecutors argue that the surveillance footage paints a damning picture of Mulkey as a cold-blooded killer who knew exactly what he was doing. Mulkey's defense team, on the other hand, delves into his troubled past, a life scarred by drug addiction, mental illness, and homelessness. It's essential to remember that Sume and Ching Kao were not just statistics in a tragic tale. They were immigrants from Taiwan who came to the U.S. in pursuit of the American dream. Their dream materialized when they acquired the SIESTA Motel nestled along Crestwood Boulevard in Irondale, Alabama in the late 1970s. Despite facing challenges, including code violations that temporarily shuttered their business in 2018, the Kaos persisted. Their American dream was real. Their daughters, now successful professionals, attest to their parents' dedication and the love they poured into their family and business. Today, as we reflect on the SIESTA Motel murders, we acknowledge the heartbreaking reality of shattered dreams and the quest for justice that continues to unfold. One of Mulkey's attorneys, Chris Daniel, discussed in his opening statements the evidence that the jury would see: bloody crime scene photos, the videos of the murders, and video interviews with Mulkey. They would also learn, he said, that Mulkey's backpack bearing his name along with the murder weapon was found in the couple's car. He said at the time of the murders, Mulkey was living at the nearby Economy Lodge and earning money by doing odd jobs for local businesses. They'd give him money here and there, and he'd take that money and he'd go back to the Economy Lodge and spend it on drugs, Daniel said. He wasn't feeding himself, he was feeding his drug habit. Daniel said Mulkey had dealt with mental illness since he was a child. He was raised in the Alabama Department of Human Resources system until he aged out. They just pushed him out, Daniel said. With no access to health care or medical insurance, he self-medicated with narcotics. On the day of the murders, Daniel said, Mulkey had gone with Sume to cut grass at one of the couple's other properties. There was no argument or any problems, he said. Mulkey, however, was doing drugs the entire time and continued when they returned to the SIESTA Motel. He puts the lawnmower up. As he does that, he takes a large amount of cocaine, Daniel said, right then and there. He goes inside and these drugs are building up in his body and he goes into the office, Daniel said. An argument ensues. In that moment, not the hours before or after, his lifetime of mental illness and his crippling drug addiction combined, and exactly what Mr. Roberts said happened, Daniel said. Afterwards, he looks down and he's seeing what he's done, the attorney said. You can see it in the video where it hits him. What have I done? Daniel said this isn't a case about what happened, it's a case about why it happened. No sane person would have done what Stephen did. None, Daniel said. No sane person would have taken the backpack with their name on it and left it in the trunk of the car next to the hammer. No sane person would have seen the video cameras and let them there. Before we conclude, it's essential to bring you the latest update on this case. On April 24, 2023, Stephen Mulkey, the man convicted of murdering the Cow couple, was sentenced to death. The jury's decision reflects the gravity of his actions, a stark reminder of the brutality that unfolded within the walls of the SIESTA motel.
SIESTA motel property and demolish it for future commercial development. That's in Irondale. Now, this is the same motel where prosecutors say 28-year-old handyman Stephen Mulkey killed